today we are very excited to engage in the conversation with Mr. Tsuyoshi Oyama-san, General Manager, Hydrogen and Ammonia Upstream Business, Australia and the Middle East Unit at JERA. Thank you so much, Oyama-san, for joining this.
Thank you.
So for those who may not be very familiar with JERA, can you share with more about the background of the company, how it's related to hydrogen business, and what is your role carrying on this responsibility?
Yes, JERA is a Japanese company. We are an energy company. So basically, we produce electricity in Japan. We account for like 30% of Japanese electricity producing. But at the same time, we take the kind of value chain strategy. So not only producing electricity in Japan, we invest in upstream and also midstream and downstream. So those are the activities we're doing. And traditionally, we have a kind of position in LNG industry, but now we have a net zero target. So we want to decarbonize our activity by 2050. So in order to do that, we need to procure clean ammonia, low carbon ammonia, so that we can decarbonize our coal and gas power plants, electricity producing.
Yes, and coming to MENA, I know JERA is a globally operated company, but coming to MENA, what is your strategy and main focus at the stage?
Yes, so Middle East, it has a huge potential in terms of producing renewable energy, so that can enable a competitive, reliable, and sustainable energy supply to the world, including Japan. So we see huge potential in MENA region. So that is the reason why we are talking with various projects and stakeholders so that we can capture good opportunities.
And for the event, you actually joined one of the most, I would say, interesting session, the panel expanding both local and export market step by step. So before this panel discussion, what is your picture for this topic? And after the talk, any new thoughts, new reflection?
Yeah, so the panel was fantastic. And what I felt that, everybody was, has the common agenda. So I didn't touch upon the kind of the government role and support in my question, in my answer. But it's really important to have such government support because we cannot do it on our own. It's a new space, and still there's a lot of challenges to cope with. So then we see, government can play a certain role to support us, and we can work together to build a more robust market, and that helps us to build a supply chain for the low carbon energy.
Yes, and another key question to the industry is how to bridge the gap between sellers and buyers. Sometimes the seller want A and the buyers want B at a lower price. So as an off-taker, I would say, how do you think would be a practical recommendation for the industry to reach commitment and to enable progress?
Yeah, so I think there's no magic answer. And always there's kind of challenges between seller and buyer when it comes to seller and buyer relationship. But now it's a new market, so it's a kind of common agenda from both parties. So I think the time is important. So we should take time to find a workable solution from both perspectives. And that involves, as I mentioned, government support is one thing, from both demand side and supply side. Also, from off-takers' perspective, we also need to understand the challenges in developing projects. But at the same time, we would like developers to understand what is off-takers' priorities, such as affordability, sustainability, and competitiveness. Those things are very important. So I think Also, there's a technical challenges. So it's really a matter of, kind of having a dialogue, establishing trust, and yeah, having a long-term partnerships. Those are the key enablers to bridge those gaps between the seller and buyers, in my view.
Yes, as you mentioned, that time is kind of a keyword throughout the conference. Everybody wants to act now, act faster, but
Yeah.
in the meantime, we have to be patient
Yeah.
to really mingle with all the credible stakeholders so we can progress in the right direction.
Yeah.
And wrapping up today's interview, if there's one key advice, one key sentence you want to bring to the industry, what would it be?
Yeah, so I think many people mention about the partnership and collaboration. So this word has been said for a long time, but why we keep saying that is maybe it's the real, important thing. And as we, doing this clean energy, transition, so yeah, there's a lot of stakeholders in different part of the value chain. So yeah, I think we need to stick to this collaboration to find a best solution. Yeah, that's my key message.
Thank you so much, Oyama-san, for joining this interview.
Thank you very much.